There are fresh hopes for Princess Katherine's possible return to public duties after a Kensington Palace staffer confirmed the Princess of Wales is being regularly briefed on her royal causes. Reilly Sullivan is a reporter here at skynews.com.au and he's always across the latest headlines from the royal family. Reilly, great to speak with you again. Bring us up to speed. So a staffer at Kensington Palace has shared an update on Princess Katherine's royal duties amid her cancer treatment. What's Kensington Palace had to say about Kate actually returning to work?
That's right, Gab. We've definitely got to treat this with some caution. You know, the Kensington Palace official, he prefaced what he had to say by saying, look, obviously Kate's return to duties is completely contingent on her doctors and her wellbeing, and they're not going to rush anything. However, he did say that, that, as you said, Kate is still being updated on her causes. In particular, as Princess of Wales, Kate has really championed early childhood development, and a big report came out in the UK this week, which was commissioned partially by the Princess of Wales last year, to look into how business leaders and other leaders in the UK can promote early childhood development and the possible benefits of that for the British economy. So a really big report and a cause that Kate really champions and cares about a lot. And we know that she's continuing to be updated on this, and probably something that she'll be looking to get straight back into when she does resume her duties.
That's right. And I understand that she's been quite a big driving force behind early childhood. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so. I think this is going to be her signature cause. If you look back through different royals throughout history, even Princess Diana, you know, royals, and especially the role of Princess of Wales, they will have one big cause. I mean, for Diana, she had lots, obviously. She had, you know, landmines, AIDS, you know, people that are suffering from leprosy, all different types of illnesses. But Kate has really flagged that her passion is early childhood development and using her role as princess to see what she can do to create change.
Well, it is a great update. Any update, I think, on Princess Katherine is well received. Of course, she is the most popular royal, according to the latest polls. But let's talk about the Sussexes, because this week a Sussex insider claims that Meghan Markle is feeling upset by the response to her new product line, American Riviera Orchard. Why is the Duchess of Sussex not happy with how her brand has been received, Reilly?
Right, so we heard this week that reportedly Meghan is privately still quite upset with how the initial rollout for American Riviera Orchard was received. She launched her line of jams. We spoke about it on this show about a month ago. And the criticism on social media, often with the Sussexes, is quite negative. And apparently she's still taking it to heart. Allegedly, she feels that whatever she does, she can't win. If she tries to go out on her own and do these business ventures, she's criticised. If she does nothing, she's criticised. So I can kind of understand in a way why she would feel that she can't win. But at the same time, you know, I think that there's a cognitive dissonance there as well, in terms of obviously the relationship between things that she's said and done and Harry's said and done and how the public perceive them.
I think it's going to take some time to win over public support. I think Meghan Markle has a big challenge ahead of her.
She does.
But look, she's trying. There have also been some allegations that Harry and Meghan accepted free flights from an airline operated by a wanted international fugitive during their recent trip to Nigeria. What's the Sussex camp had to say about the accusations?
Right, well, this is quite a serious accusation. So basically, when Harry and Meghan were in Nigeria earlier this month, they flew from London to Lagos on British Airways, very standard, but obviously it was a 3-day tour and they travelled across the country. So when they were travelling around Nigeria, they used a domestic airline called Air Peace. That airline is actually owned by a businessman called Alan Onyema, and he is a wanted international fugitive. The US Department of Justice is seeking his arrest for a range of money laundering charges that date back to 2019. One of his business partners was arrested and I think pled for he pled guilty, but he didn't actually serve any prison time. But this other businessman, Mr. Onyema, has not made himself available to the US Department. So he is a wanted fugitive. And Meghan and Harry's spokesperson came out immediately. They said, look, this was arranged directly by the Nigerian government and the Nigerian military. So they didn't really have any say in the airline that was chosen. But I mean, this man was there at one of the engagements that they did in Nigeria. I also think this shows that the fears that we had about this trip a few weeks ago and the idea that Meghan and Harry could inadvertently damage the reputation of the monarchy was well founded. You know, when you're not under the British Home Office and you're not there on behalf of King Charles, you can get into all kinds of situations with these business people, even if they had the best of intentions, Gab. Like, you know, it's very unsavoury. So a lesson learned, I reckon, for Meghan and Harry.
Oh, another lesson learned for Harry and Meghan. The list goes on. Reilly Sullivan, thank you so much for joining us on Power Hour.